How did this wide receiver go unnoticed and became this year's hidden gem in the 2023 NFL Draft? Man, oh man, how did we miss talking about Johnathan Mingo? Johnathan Mingo is 220. He's 6'2". He's a wide receiver out of Ole Miss. He's a senior. He's 22 years old. Just celebrated a birthday 6 days ago on April 20th. Like I said, he's 22 years old. He ran a 4.46 40-yard dash, 39.5-inch vertical with 22 reps of 225 on the bench at the combine. Now, Johnathan Mingo is the definition of a deep ball threat. He was clocked at 22.1 miles per hour in a game this past season. He's projected as a third-round pick. Now, Johnathan had 51 receptions this past season for 861 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's never averaged lower than 14 yards per catch and no higher than 17 yards per catch. So a happy medium of 15.5 yards per catch in his career at Ole Miss. Now, I'm in love with Johnathan Mingo. I think this kid is phenomenal. You got Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and also you have a possible Johnathan Mingo. Next year, when we have all of our wide receivers outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, a free agent, you could add to Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams a Johnathan Mingo. 6'2", 220 on one side. If you throw Jameson Williams at 6'2", 180 or 190 on your outside, you put Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's 6 foot 200, and you build off that. That's a solid top 3 wide receivers on your roster. I'm a firm believer you need 3 top receivers. If you have that, that kind of opens up your tight end, and also you will always have to run to open up those passes. But when you got that speed and that durability and ways to get in and out of breaks and go long or run a shallow route and things like that, it makes your offense that much more potent. It forces teams to have to think where you're going to go, because they're not going to know, and they're going to have to play man up. And if they're not good in man up coverage, well, you're going to burn them each and every single time. And then your running backs will have a field day that day. So you always need to have at least 3 receivers. And don't let a James Mitchell from last year's draft class develop and have a second-year leap. Because now you got 4 receivers right there, plus your two-headed monster in the run game. I mean, that offense is going to take off. We're not even factoring in that we have a Marvin Jones Jr., a Josh Reynolds, a Khalif Raymond, and guys like that, to where, hey, you have to literally guard us man up. We've already had a, top 5 offense? Well, now we can at least be a top 3, if not the top offense in the National Football League. Now, I'm not trying to overhype Johnathan Mingo. I'm just trying to let you know and understand that we're not even talking about this kid at 6'2", 220 from a college that produces guys like a DK Metcalf. And look at that. The dude is Buff City. So, I mean, he could be physical. He could be a deep threat. 22.1 miles per hour is no slow speeds. So, he could be a speed threat. He could be a deep threat. He could be a physical threat. He could beat you each and every single which way you want. So, adding a Johnathan Mingo. Now, I won't be surprised if we draft him, say, at maybe pick 55, in the second round. But if we don't, and we want to go and say, look at him at pick number 81, I think that's a perfect spot. We did get Amon-Ra St. Brown right around that pick. So, to add a Johnathan Mingo, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jameson Williams, I mean, the sky's going to be the limit for the Detroit Lions. And definitely let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts is with Johnathan Mingo. Do you like him? Do you want him? Have you watched film on him? Let me know what your thoughts is. Don't forget, I will be live for the draft tomorrow night. I will have that up by tonight. So by the time you go to bed, I will have that up. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video, because grit don't quit, one pride, baby. And y'all already know what to do. I don't have to tell you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.